Hi guys, my name is Nonima Matikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about something that was very funny yesterday towards the end of the cross-examination of Mr. Baloyi. Wow, Sanela, desperation much that I can say. You know, there was something that was highly irregular that happened that Baloyi did. He was venturing into the territory of handwriting expert. And he is just a mere prosecutor, not a forensic document analyst. But yay, the way he is so desperate, wow, my God. Wow, wow, wow. He cannot and should not be giving opinions on the similarities or differences in signatures. That falls strictly within the expertise of a qualified handwriting expert, not a counsel. He's a lawyer. That's what he is. If the state wanted to challenge the authenticity of the signatures, they should have called an expert witness. Instead, Baloyi was now tiptoeing into specialized forensic territory, and that is a problem. That is a problem. It raises three major issues. One, procedural overreach. He is making expert-like claims without expert credentials. He's just a lawyer. You can't be doing that, especially if you did not venture into that career path. Unless he had credentials for it. Secondly, prejudice to the defense. He's offering opinions he's not legally qualified to give. And if it was done to him, Judge Rata would have jumped into the bandwagon and started saying things to the defense in attempts to assist him. Thirdly, judicial inconsistency, which is what I was referring to just now. If this were the defense doing it, there would have been multiple objections sustained immediately, and those objections would actually come from the judge himself, because that's what it does. But because it's Baloyi, the court just lets it slide. It was supposed to be said, no, Baloyi, you can't do that. But because the same Judge Rata allowed him to do that. So yesterday in court, we saw something highly unusual. Actually, let me call it what it was, irregular. That's what we saw. Advocate Baloyi suddenly deciding he's a handwriting expert. Yes, you heard that right. Let's talk about it. Why if this is a problem? Because wow, it is a problem. I already mentioned in so many ways than one. So here is what went down. During cross-examination, Baloyi started talking about signature similarities and differences as if he's qualified to do so. But here's the catch. Baloyi is not a handwriting expert. He's the state's prosecutor, and that's it. He's not supposed to be even. And commenting on signatures is not part of his job description. What he did was highly irregular. It was wrong in all spheres of being wrong. And it was a big deal. It is a big deal even. Let me break it down for you. In court, there are rules, strict rules. If you want to argue that signature is fake or inconsistent or manipulated, you must bring a qualified handwriting expert, a trained forensic document examiner, not what Baloyi did. Baloyi stepping way outside his lane there. This is not cross-examination now. It was something else. It was expert testimony from someone who is not an expert in that field. And one of the things that always come out when it comes to Baloyi, it's the double standard of the court. It's this double standard of the court. The strangest part of it all, the court was allowing it. Like Judge Rata, it's like he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything, no reputation, nothing. No pushback, no caution, nothing. He did nothing. He allowed Baloyi to continue doing that. But if it was defense, but just imagine if it was the defense trying to do what Baloyi did yesterday, objection after objection would have been sustained. It would have been Judge Rata doing objection and sustaining them as a judge himself. He would have turned state prosecutor right there on the spot. he would have shut it down immediately, instantly, what Baloyi was doing. Just, sana, yo, that courtroom. Yet when Baloyi does it, it's business as usual. When it comes to Judge Ratha, whatever Baloyi does, it becomes business as usual. So the real question here, what's going on? Why is Baloyi venturing into handwriting analysis? Is the state trying to rescue a collapsing narrative of a signature? Is this desperation creeping in slowly but visible? And in fact, it's no longer slow. It's no longer moving like a toy. It's moving very fast. It's on a 360. Because when the prosecution starts acting like experts, if they didn't call anyone, they didn't call, yay, guys, yo, why didn't he call an expert Baloyi if he has issues? It usually means that the case is slipping, and he knows that the case is slipping. That's why he is doing the things that he is doing, Baloyi. He knows it's wrong. He knows what he is busy with is very, very wrong. I was very surprised. Oh, I was very, very surprised, very shocked with what he was doing there. It was very questionable. And yes, we know Judge Ratha doesn't care about doing right when it comes to the defense. We know Judge Ratha does not care about his reputation. We know Judge Ratha will allow Baloyi to do whatever he wants. In fact, the courtroom belongs to Baloyi, because if he must do objections, he will say Baloyi. If objections are done, instead of overruling or sustaining, I've never had overruled, sustained in that courtroom. All I know, the response to an objection, if he allows it, is Baloyi. And then after the conversation has started and ended, he keeps quiet, no ruling whatsoever. That's Judge Ratha. Or he will say, continue. Ukuti, I rule on this manner or whatever, or else he blue ticks those objections. The only objections he does not blue tick, they are coming from Baloyi. You must know that objection is coming from Baloyi. Other than that, he does nothing. That was highly irregular, guys. Baloyi turned into a handwriting expert. That's how bad things are. He became a handwriting expert, guys. One thing is clear, this is irregular, this is improper, and it raises serious questions about fairness in that trial of Senzo Meyiwa. Judge Ratha, Judge Ratha, I don't know what he is trying or what he is up to, but what he is doing there, it's wrong. What he is doing there, it's wrong in all spheres of being wrong. What Judge Ratha does there, I can't. Oh, I can't. I can't, Sanalab. Honestly. Sure. When you think you've been shocked in that courtroom, you will find out more and more and more. And do you know what was so funny? He did not deal with the ID number issue, that wrong ID number. Because he knows, Ubaloyi, he sees what is happening. But he will continue flogging the horse. Ooh. He will continue forcing issues, knowing very well that he is wrong. He is way out of line. He knows that. Oh, that one he knows, guys. Kangangayazi Ubaloyi into ayenzayo by wrong. Uyayazi. Very much aware. He's very much aware of what he is doing. He's very much in sync with Judge Ratha. He's very much, it's like things, they sit and have conversations about the things that are going to happen in that courtroom. Because sometimes you see Judge Ratha starting the conversation, or Ubaloyi will read a line and Ratha already know what it is. If being biased is not what Ratha is, in fact, Judge Ratha is composed of being biased. He doesn't care what the defense people are going to say. That we know. But what we know and care for is that everything is on record. That's what we are moving with. Because right now, the way Judge Ratha is, it's like, you can say whatever you like. Also, if Ubaba Zungu was lying, knowing Judge Ratha, he would have said, you must call a handwriting expert. We did not even hear him say that. We did not even hear Ubabu Ratha saying that. He is the suggester of Baloyi. He did not suggest anything. Imagine that. He did not suggest. He said nothing. Guys, abanye abantu abamoyika uJehova ne? Abanye abantu abamsabi uTrinity ne? Abanye abantu abamoyiki uJehova, I promise you, son. Abamsabi uTrinity. I did not even, I think under normal circumstances, the way Judge Ratha has been in that courtroom, he is the one who should have suggested, because he suggests for Baloyi. Why didn't he suggest bring a handwriting expert, a forensic handwriting expert? Why was that not done? Oh, ay, sana lam. Sizibonile izinto kulaa court. Sizibonile izinto. Hayi, uJudge Ratha, guys. Yo! Hayi. And yes, desperation Gabaloyi is on another level, guys. He's so desperate. And I know for a fact that if Baloyi was doing something that would help him with that signature trying expedition there, who Judge Ratha would have suggested, why don't you call a forensic expert to come and check the signatures? I know he would have done that because he's like that. I know Judge Ratha would have done that. He did not do it because he also sees Ubabu Zungu is telling the truth that the other signature is not his. He knows. Ubabu Zungu was like, no. You don't write like that. I know my signature. It's not the same. There's no similarity. I know my signature. It's not like that. That's what Ubabu Zungu did there. And he was firm. He was firm. He was like, I'm not a child. I know my printing. I don't print my name. Don't tell me about headings here. Yo! Hi, son. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Kindly, please make sure you drop your comments. While you are busy doing that, don't forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.